All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right.
Wide right. Center net. 319.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Yeah, Liz.
Double tight.
We got 3. Center net. 319.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
4 down.
Center net. 319.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Get there.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Double tight.
Hey, we got 319. 319.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That's fine.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Center net. 319.
4 down.
Center net.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's complete. Henry. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. That's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Hey. We got 3. Center net. Blue 58. Polka over here.
6 guy. Check 6.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's fine. Yeah.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Center net. 319. 4 down. 319.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
319! 319! 319!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Double tight.
No. 319!
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jay Ajayi with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
3 down.
Hey, alert 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shields looking for Shepard deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We got 4.
Watch him now, Barney.
Watch twist.
From the gun, Shields. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Man left.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mike's 50. Man out.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Watch the safety creep.
Operating from the gun. Shields is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On first down, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
319.
Watch 12.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10.
Blue 58.
Check me out.
Rodgers now on first down.
Here they come, here they come, here they come.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
You block over here.
4 down, 4 down.
319.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
319.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Tight end left, tight end left. Odd.
319.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Move. 3 down,
3 Blue 58.
3
Blue 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, we got 3 down. 3 19s and on. 3 19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they had put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there've got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Come on, let's go. What? 9.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, yeah.
Over.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 16. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Let's go. Come on.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41.
Scat 300. Scat 300.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
319. 319 and on.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Get it.
A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And some room to roam now. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Gun!
To throw on second down. Shields. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alert!
Watch you now, Barney!
They go play action here on first down. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Now he opts for the spin. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this time out. So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10.
Tight end right.
319.
Three down.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Henry's got it out on the left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Scat 300. Scat 300. Zoom.
All right. Here we go. Let's go deep.
Hoka over here.
Hey, let's get this.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way down. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post, and most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
This is Ajayi, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wide right. 900. Blue 58. 900.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Hey, inside.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Hunter Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Who got 17?
Over!
Right, Roger.
Now it's the backup Lauletta. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Double tight.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
We got 4 different. Watch tight end. Tight right.
After the run, Lauletta now going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for two.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Tight end. Watch tight end. Right. Tight end's right.
4 down. 4.
319. Blue 58 to the
Here's Ajayi, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
We got 319.
Here's Rodgers, operating from the gun. And Adams has it, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hoka over here.
Double tight. 3 down.
319.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
319.
Kill.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an Packer on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go.
Hey, hey, hey. We got 3.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Detroit, Detroit.
3 down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
3 down. 3 down.
Now let's go. Green 39, green 39.
Kill.
Watch you now, Barney.
Hey, Mike.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And New York set to take the field.
Double tight.
Hey.
Watch you now, Barney.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check 13. Check 13.
Watch you now, Barney.
4-7's a Mike. 4-7's a Mike.
Here's Lawletta now on second. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Clay Matthews. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Bunch set.
Over.
Check out.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Fielded at the 43. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Strong right. 3
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he finds Jason Morrow.
3 down.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Two tights. 4 down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
They don't want it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Man left. 4
Now
down.
let's go! Green 39!
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll hand it off now. Williams.
Pick it up.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Blitz.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game. But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had its share of troubles in this one.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Barney.
Check 24.
Watch it now, Barney.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Gun!
Desperation time on fourth down for Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Let's go.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Hey,
Gun!
Again, Lauletta. And he slings one that's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
watch right. We got right.
Over!
Alert flare.
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. And he comes back with one complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Detroit!
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And they'll throw again with Lauletta. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Lauletta. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Lauletta. And Ingram hauls it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First target, first catch, and a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Yeah, baby. Boom. 47's the mic, boys. 47.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta.
I got wide.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Lauletta. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it 24-13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Oh, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
All right, here we go.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah. Woo! I know you feel that.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down.
Set. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Olivier Vernon brings him down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
We got 4.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The mic, boys.
Hot.
Check 56.
Hot.
Hey.
Hot.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
Lauletta. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Over.
Slam.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Lauletta from the 50. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big gain of 39 on third. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
3 down.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. He spins free. He's got daylight. The 30, 20, 10. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Gun!
Tight on the left. Move.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
Leopard!
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Green Bay, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.